Hey everyone, I'm here at Clam Bayou Preserve in St. Pete, and I'm getting ready to do a free clearing on body dysmorphia. And this is focused on women that are feeling very stressed as they grow older and wanting to stop the aging process and using any possible remedy to do so. It's perfectly fine to want to look beautiful, but we're going after the programming that's out there in the collective for women that keeps them in a very low vibration, feeling low self-esteem as they age, not feeling worthy, not feeling beautiful. That shit comes from within. That is our divinity. We're always beautiful. Has nothing to do with outside appearances. Some people aren't born into absolute beautiful outside appearances, and so what do is they age. I mean, they deal with that their whole life. It's tricky. There's a lot of different interferences going on with this, a lot of different programming, a lot of confusion. This is in the DNA. It goes back really far. And another thing that came to me about this as what's in this energy mix is this frequency that women also have to compete against each other, to be the prettiest one, to find a partner, and to kind of the seductress. That was learned to do that, and it's a survival mechanism. Women were taken care of by men. They didn't have the independence and the opportunities and their beauty and their appearance. They were taught to use their sexuality to get their needs met. So that caused competition between women, and that's still circulating energetically. If it's not so obvious, it can go, underneath the surface, going on in the subconscious. So we want to go after these things, bringing them all together in one clearing. Of course, we can go in many different directions with body dysmorphia, but these are the areas that have been brought to my attention recently that would be helpful to do a mini clearing on as a base if anyone's feeling stressed, in any of these areas. So I don't have the Peruvian rattle that I thought I was going to have delivered from eBay, so I've got this little bottle of Chinese herbs that I'm going to use for to move energy in my bell here. And let me just get focused and see what comes to me first. Okay. Of course, we have a helicopter coming above us. Plane, small plane. So I'm getting to start in the heart chakra, which isn't surprising. Okay, I'm opening up the back of the heart chakra. Wow, this is really interesting. So I'm seeing actually things going on from other galaxies, where this is another topic on another planet where there's this same frequency and issues going on. It's very interesting. And so, we're all connected. It's this huge, I can't begin to tell you what's all out there. So this goes on in other planets, it's just like magnetizing something here. We magnetize it from another planet as well. So working on closing up those portals, reaching in to this portal where it's amazing. I mean, it's almost like its own galactic center in the back of the heart chakra, where these issues have just taken port, so to speak, in there. So we're going to reach in and release this portal that I'm seeing in the back of the heart chakras of many women. And this will actually help this other planetary system as well. So we got that into the violet flame. Let's reach it again. And one more time. Okay, so there's a lot going on in this portal. Okay, so I'm going to speak to some of these beings that are actually have kind of nested in there, continuing to interfere with humanity in this way. This is a pretty big subject. I can't get into it in a mini clearing, but I'm just going to speak to them in an energetic language, telling them that we're moving to the 5th dimension and we don't have these kind of games going on here on our planet. And they can take this healing, they can take to their planet and bring that frequency in there if they wish. But in disconnecting with this other planet, it helps their planet, because then we're not contributing to that frequency anymore either. So we're just bringing a bridge that they can take. This bridge is to help them go through another portal, go back to their planet where they belong. I'm actually being quite friendly. Usually I can be pretty firm with these situations because this isn't okay. But if they're willing to just move on, then we're good. This is a mini clearing, you guys. I don't have an hour. There we go. Now they're starting to move out, moving out of that portal, releasing them back to their planetary system. Moving these cords. Sealing up those portals with light. Okay, now we're going to start releasing a lot of sadness out of the back of the heart chakra. This has to do with where women were just stuffing in their sadness about having to play these roles for men. I'm just saying we're using heterosexual circumstances because that's where this really came into play. You know, they were very saddened underneath this construct that they built to, you know, I'm the most beautiful, I'm the sexiest, I'm the one, you know, the manipulation. They really didn't want to be that way, but that's how they were trained to be. So there's a lot of sadness there. Give me a second. Dropped my rattle. This is just speaking to the subconscious of anyone in the etheric that has asked for this type of clearing to help them go into a deeper level of healing. Energy languages breaks through in different ways than just speaking in a human language. I'm seeing a beautiful symbol going into the heart chakra. These symbols look like Sanskrit writing. They're really beautiful. There was another word I had for that. It's hard for me sometimes to talk when I'm using my right brain. I'll come back to that another time, but let's just use Sanskrit for an example. The symbol going into the heart chakra. And that continues to help release some of the sadness out of the heart chakra over the next 3 days after listening to this clearing. Okay, we're putting some beautiful, beautiful white light, raising the frequency of the heart chakra. Ononakaya no city o maya kole onoyana usi anolako ayana te amanai ato ate ayo. Integrating that symbol more. Beautiful white light frequency into the heart chakra. Okay, now I'm seeing the young ages of women that are in this current life. Young little ones, and that's where they started to get trained. This mindset about beauty, seeing how their mothers were reacting, their aunts, their teachers, men in their lives, things they were saying, things on the television. I'm going to work with a smaller age right now, because we want to go back to that age and start releasing out of the back of their sacral chakra where that started to get stored. Keep releasing into the violet flame out of the back of the sacral chakra. Such an innocent age, and things really start getting implanted at that point, which there is actually some implants going on in some people on the back of their sacral. These things get into our system for in many different ways. I can't get into all of them, but we want to release these implants for anyone who needs this, that listens to this recording at some point. Going in, the back of the sacral. This age is young, you know, this is under 10. I'm seeing about 5. To the violet flame. Seal that up. This light I like to refer to as like a yellow-white light. And heal and seal all the tissues around that implant. I don't know what I just heard. Maybe it was a monkey or something cool like that. A bird up in that tree. Sorry you guys, I didn't know if Godzilla was coming or something. It just was really loud back there in this big movement with the tree. Okay, I'm putting my hand on the front of the sacral chakra of this age. Some nice, soothing, nourishing, pure love, which is really the nature of a 5-year-old. And just reminding them that that's the truth. That's the truth. Not these other things that came in. Nourishing love. You know, it's near where the umbilical cord is, where I learned years ago it can be cut quite abruptly and we don't get all the hormones we need in that moment. So it's traumatizing and shocking to the system. So for anyone that would need that particular help, we're just nourishing the whole area of the front of the sacral, with the frequency of those hormones as well. Just using some colors. A lot of like rainbow lights going in. I have fae that come in and help, and they're rinsing that chakra clean. There we go. Just seeing a nice, beautiful blanket, comfy, cozy blanket going around this age. Bringing it up to the third eye. Remember who you are. You are divine love. You are perfect and beautiful exactly as you are. You always will be. You always have been. Through all timelines, all dimensions, all lifetimes, all existence, period. Now we want to release contracts. I hope that we set up for this incarnation to experience this life lesson. We want to release those now. We're ready to move forward and out of this. This is an old paradigm that we're ready to move forward with humanity as a whole. So I'm being shown a contract. These are contracts that we agree to before we incarnate, and they keep carrying over and over until we fully heal, and we start picking up more and more baggage and more and more baggage, and just this spin. So now we're going back, releasing the baggage. So we would like to release this contract, talking to anyone's higher selves who say that they are ready and can support me in helping them release this contract today when they listen to this healing. So I work as a mediator for different cultures, so often I'll see myself at what I call, sorry, there goes my brain again trying to talk while I'm doing this work. It's a meeting of some kind. Let's just put it that way. Sorry, you guys, it's so hard sometimes to do this outside talk and stay focused in this other dimensional space. So we're in this meeting, and there's a table. I'll be shown contracts, the higher selves of anyone who would like to release this contract and has moving forward and ready to release this contract, has learned all they possibly can from this contract. And we're going to see another contract that we're going to just raise the frequency of anyone who's not awakened yet. They haven't fully learned their lessons yet. We don't want to take that away. So we're just going to raise the frequency of that contract to help them awaken a little bit quicker. So we've got two contracts here. One that we are completely putting into the violet flame. Fully released, sending that to all who are ready. We have the next contract that we are raising the frequency. Sending those new contracts out to the higher selves of all involved in this particular life lesson. Violet flame coming in, just burning away any energy it can burn away. Right now, today, in this moment, to help anyone move forward and come out of this old paradigm, way of being, about aging, about beauty, about seducing, about winning, about competition, about survival. There's this saying from A Course in Miracles, I believe, all are special and no one's special. So it's all the same. We're all the same. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter how you age. None of that matters. When we have more of our skill sets as a human being, we can morph into anything we want to look like. We choose what we look like in this life for a reason, to learn different things. It's a choice. It's not about someone was granted something more than someone else. It's a soul choice. So today we're just helping release some of that, so people can wake up to choose differently, or people that are ready and are asking. All right, so we work some on the heart chakra. We work with some interplanetary issues, intergalactic, and we also worked with a younger age aspect. So I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do in this short clearing today that will benefit, and then we can do a second one maybe down the line. You can also contact me on my website on Healist app, and I can do a free 15-minute consultation with you if you're interested in going further into this. But some topics came up I didn't expect, so it's pretty cool. All right, let's work on the crown. Let's release all these thoughts from the collective about all this bullshit, especially the television and social media. My God, you can't escape it. You just can't escape it. Every time you look at your phone, turn the television on, your computer, it's just there, man. I thought it was bad in the 90s, in the 80s. It's nothing compared to what we're exposed to now. Just working on clearing that crown. Got lots of dark force interference, which isn't surprising with all the dark transmissions around this particular topic. So we want to get rid of that right now. There's a purple portal and a white light portal. You choose. It's time to get out. Get out of anyone who needs this healing. Anyone who's listening to this healing. Anyone at all. You don't get to stay. Contract done. This is over. Violet flame. Violet flame. Getting another picture of this being really supportive of this other planet too. I love that information coming in. I've not seen that as clear before. But, you know, when you work on yourself, you're helping other people. Not just your family, all of humanity, the planet, and then other planets. You know, right now we're so focused on this planet raising frequency and moving into the fifth dimensional way of living. But this is, of course, affecting all in the multiverse. So it's really interesting to see a topic that seems so close to home that actually didn't even start here, really. So I'm going to just look back into the crown, a little more excess of collective thinking, interferences, transmissions that are just floating around all over the place. Fill that up with white light. Spin. I've got a beautiful gold light coming into the crown now. So I work with my spirit team and soul family, and then I work with the spirit team and soul families of anyone in the etheric asking for this type of work, which helps them eventually find it. And also they're getting it too as I'm doing this. So that's how I know where to go and what to pick that will help for the greater good. All right, gold light. So we've got a symbol going in. I'm seeing something else. Just give me a moment. Sometimes I have to focus and figure out what it is that I'm looking at. Okay, it's these energy constructs that were created that almost look like little people. And it's about feeling this entrapment feeling. So that's the symbolism of it, is these little people trying to get out of these bars. So we're going to release that type of energy frequency too. Putting this into a white portal. Very nice. Put some white light in there. Fill that space up. Some green healing light. Okay. Bringing in all the family members in these interactions. Husbands and wives. See a group coming in. Okay, it's about going down these family lines through the DNA. We're just going to send some light down this family trees of all who showed up. Various souls wanting to be cleared from these particular topics, whether they it's the female role or the male role, contributing to it in any way, influencing anyone in any way. Could be teacher, student, at the office, friendships, sending light through the DNA, the family line, the ancestral line right now. Let's kind of send that through and just move out these denser energies. Okay. just some energy that wasn't quite cooperating there. So I'm just sending it back. Okay, let's put some beautiful white light around the auric fields of all who will be affected by this energy healing. Beautiful symbols going into the auric field that will help raise the frequency while this work's being integrated. I'm going to stop here, and people are actually coming, so it's the perfect time. Thanks for being with me, everyone. Hope this made sense. Namaste.